April of April's Usborne Neighborhood Market. I'm sure by now you've heard of Usborne, or if you're new to Usborne, Usborne is a publishing company that primarily deals with making children's books, although they do make some wonderful coloring books that are for children of all ages. And I'm going to review a book for you today. It's called Listen and Learn First Chinese Words. I bought this book because I was hoping that my son John, who is 8.5, he's going to be 9 here in this next year, and I was hoping that he would want to learn some Chinese words. And honestly, the truth of the matter is I'm pretty interested in Chinese myself. Just having long had an interest in other cultures other than my own, and how other people live and how they speak. And language is such an important aspect of a culture, and you get to learn a lot about people when you learn the words that they use, and also the structure in which they use them, so their grammar, which this is not going to teach. This is just Usborne's Listen and Learn First Chinese Words, which honestly, it's great for people that want to have Chinese as another language that they speak, or also for people that actually do speak Chinese and are learning English, because it's got, like, if you look underneath, so like here's an example on the front. So we've got a lion, and that's I'm gonna really mangle this and embarrass myself. It's a shuzi, I think. Anyway, I mean, you've got the word in English, and you also have it in Chinese, and then you have, well, that's the, what do we call that? There's a name for that. But anyway, so we've also got that in the Chinese characters as well. So it helps to like have an association with the creature, the characters, and then the transliteration, that's what it's called, in English, and then actually the English word for the animal. So it would be wonderful for Mandarin speakers in the US or in other English-speaking countries, or it would be great for English speakers that want to learn a little bit about Chinese. And what's great about this little book is, even though it's designed, you know, it's kind of got like a little kid look to it. It's designed with being able to know what the pronunciation is in mind, because that's one of the most difficult things, to be able to know what something sounds like. Unless you have somebody actually saying the word for you, you don't really know how to pronounce it. So what's lovely is that they actually got a native speaker to say all of the little words, and there's 4 separate cards that come with it. An example of what it shows, things like animals, cars and trucks and things that go, things in the home, things on the farm, things like that. So it's super cute. It's super easy to figure out. Like, you just place like each card, so it comes with 4 cards. Each card, you just put it into the little pocket. So like there's a little envelope over here, which is kind of hard to see. It's kind of getting whited out because I'm sitting by the window, and my lighting over here, and my hair is doing this kind of crazy thing because there's a vent next to me. But anyway, so you just drop down the card. You can actually flip it over, and then there's a whole other subject on the other side. This one's going to be transportation, so like cars and trucks and things that goes, what I called that, but transportation. And so then you hit the little go button at the top. 交通. And then it'll tell you, so like if you push on each thing, it's pretty simple, it'll actually say it for you. So I'm going to pick an easy one. So look at the 货车 is a van. Hopefully I said that right. But if you listen closely, you can really get your pronunciation right. You can actually learn some words in Chinese. And what's so nice is, just like with Rosetta Stone, you have the image so that you can kind of like associate the image with the word, which is fabulous. And so it'll just give you an introduction into Chinese. And also, I mean, like this transfers. So like if you're looking at the transliteration here, and so it's 出租车, like if you saw this in a book and you saw the little accent marks over the different vowels, you would have no idea whether it would be a rising tone, a falling tone, or any of those things. But when you hear it here, you know, and so you can begin to associate each of those little marks with whether or not it's going to be like a higher tone or lower tone word. And so when you have a book that has transliterated words, you might have a better idea of what they're going to sound like. So that's just one of the great benefits of this book. I'm sure there's other things that can be thought of to go along with it, but this is Usborne, Listen and Learn First Chinese Words, and it's actually part of a series. There are other languages that they represent. I know that I saw Spanish in there, so for Americans, since we're so close to Mexico, for some of us, that would be an excellent choice for our kids so that they can learn to converse with their Latin neighbors. Or Chinese, because that's going to be such a big thing, and it already is such a big thing in the business world to be able to be bilingual in English and in Chinese. But anyway, so they have some other things you can check out. You can go to my link and see what is underneath the Listen and Learn set of titles, and see if there's something there that will benefit you and your family. So I hope that was helpful. And I'm just learning how to do this, so I apologize for any gaffes on my first video, but that was what I wanted to show you today, and Merry Christmas.